What's up everybody, Sam Smyers here. In this video, I want to go over how to produce Industry Baby by Lil Nas X featuring Jack Harlow. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, please consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Let me go ahead and play my remake from the beginning, and I'll play it for a few different sections so you can hear the basics of the beat. All right, so that's the basics of the beat, and let's go ahead and go into it. I'm actually using VST horns, but apparently they used real horns. Let's go through these intro horns here. I use just a trombone VST from Contact. Let's go ahead and go into the Contact here and check that out. Here it is. I'm using a single trombone instrument, and then I doubled that. And when I double it, I change this humanize so that it sounds a bit different for each one. And then I bring in another trombone here. And then I double that one. And we can go ahead and check out the notes here. E flat for this first one. The second one is going to be F sharp or G flat. And then I bring in a third note here. That's going to be a C sharp or D flat. And then I bring in a fourth note here. And that's going to be a octave up of a E flat. Let's go ahead and play all that together now. And that's the basics of that intro horns. I have them all grouped together. I have a compressor on there, a decapitator for some warmth, an EQ8, and I'm adding an auto pan very slightly so that it almost pans back and forth a bit. Instead of adding a chorus effect, I added the auto pan. And then I have some Valhalla vintage verb. Let's move on to the horns for the rest of the beat. That's what the MIDI looks like. And let's go ahead and open up our Contact now. Basically, I just used from the Contact factory library, the trumpet, and also the trombone section. There's probably some tubas in the actual real instruments that they used, but I felt like just having the trumpet section and the trombone section worked pretty well. And for that, I just have a decapitator and an EQ8. And we have an 808 here, and the 808 is actually from the Take a Day Trip sample pack that is on Splice. Take a Day Trip, they're the ones that actually produced this song, so it made sense for me to use some samples from their sample pack. Let's go ahead and play this 808 melody. There's the melody. On this 808, I have some Saturn for saturation, compression, EQ8, and then I am sidechaining that with the kick. And so the 808 and the horns together. And then let's go on to the drums here. Let me solo the drums and I'll play those for you. That's a drum beat. I have a kick, a clap. I have this rim knock here. And then I have these closed hats. For the closed hats, I have some automation on the pitch. You can hear it pitching down like that. And then there again. And to do that, what I did is I used one of the macros here, and I just went to transpose, right clicked, and then mapped it to macro 1. And then I can actually automate the transposition there. And that's an easy way to get those hats to do those type of rolls and pitch bends down and up. And then underneath those closed hats, I have the open hat. And then everything together for that section. In the next section, it's going to have the same trumpets and horns there, but the bass is going to change it up. And that's what that bass is. And it's just a serum patch that I created. I have a square wave and then a saw wave, and I'm filtering that off, and that is making this nice gritty bass sub sound. And I'm using these type of wave tables instead of a sine wave because I'm getting a bit more mid-range from using something other than a low sub sine wavetable. Next, I have this tom impact that is layered with this crash sound. Here's the crash sound by itself. Here's the tom by itself. And I have some claps here. And then I have a marching snare. And I just took a marching snare from a loop from a Cashmere pack. Anytime you want to do anything cinematic, go to the Cashmere packs because he always has some really cool cinematic drums. So I just pulled that snare from a loop, and then I made this little section here. And after that, I have a rim. So all together the drums. And then you just have the bass and the horns there. Let's go ahead and play that section all together now. And then you bring everything back in from the previous section. And basically with any kind of hip hop beat, you have the beat and then you adjust some of the drums, some of the hits. You take things out, you filter things off, and that's essentially what happens throughout the rest of the song. I have this crash also that I hit when we go back into that new section. There is a different thing that happens at the end. I'll go ahead and play the section at the end. Basically, we use some of the parts from various sections of these two sections in the beginning, and then he changes up the horns, or they change up the horns. I'll play the horns for you at the end. This is what the MIDI looks like. Something like that. And then there is this cool bass sound that I created with Serum. And let's check out what I did in Serum here. This is the patch I made. Go ahead and screenshot that if you want it. And all together, let's go ahead and play that. And that's that outro section. Essentially, they're just combining both of the drums from both of the different sections in the track for that outro and then changing up the bass and the horns. So that's essentially how you remake Industry Baby. I have the acapella here. I can't really play it because I don't want to get a copyright strike on YouTube, but here is the acapella, and I'll leave that in and also provide you a download to get this whole session here, and then you can play it along with the acapella and see how close it is to the original. So I hope that was helpful, and if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you are really looking to improve your mixing skills, then check out my Modern Mix Academy. This is a full online mixing course that I created that will help you improve your mixing skills and help you make the most amazing records from the comfort of your own home. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.